Imagine this. You signed up for a marathon and today is the day. Your shoes are on, your bib is pinned, your watch is set. You walk to the starting line, ready, set, go. The first stretch feels great. You trained for this. You're focused, you're energized. The crowd is cheering. Your confidence is high, hope is loud. But then you hit the middle. The stretch where your legs start to ache. The crowd fades away. The excitement dies down. And all you can hear is your own breathing. The finish line, you can't even see it. And that little voice sneaks in. Why am I doing this? The runners you started with, they've thinned out. Some are far ahead. Some have even dropped off. But then you remember. You remember your training. You remember your commitment. You focus. You adjust your pace. You don't stop. You keep moving. Your body wants to quit, but your mind steps in. Your will kicks in. You push through the pain and you keep going, step by step. And then you see it. The finish line, closer, clear, within reach. You dig in, you drive forward, and you finish. Not because it was easy, but because you didn't give up. Shalom, friends, and welcome to another episode of 7 Weeks Potential Peaks. My name is Ahavia. I am a member of the Ark and Shalom, your sister. I will be the host during today's episode as we enter week 4. Now, you may be asking yourself, what exactly is Netzach? And as Shalomia has mentioned, it's very difficult to translate Hebraic words. But in English, we often translate Netzach as meaning endurance, perseverance, patience, persistence, fortitude, victory, and even eternity. Netzach is the inner strength that keeps us moving forward, the drive that keeps us going. It's kind of like a spiritual stamina. It's waking up again to care for your children. It's rebuilding after a setback or an obstacle. It's staying faithful to a calling, even when the world doesn't understand. Netzach is the part of the soul that whispers, keep going, even when it's hard. It's showing up when no one is watching. Netzach turns intention, what you think in your mind, to reality. Not in just one bold move, but in 1,000 small choices made by faith. It's how transformation happens, how we bring the spiritual into this world. Moshe is the Torah's embodiment of Netzach. As we all know, Moshe persistently asked Pharaoh to let his people go so that they may go into the desert to serve Yahweh. Pharaoh consistently said no. And Father Yahweh's will was done within the land of Mitzrayim. What we then know is Moshe victoriously led the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt. And then he continues to show endurance, persistence, and perseverance. He then leads the Israelites through 40 years of wandering. He heard about their disappointments. He saw their rebellion and their frustration. Yet he stayed the course. He did not quit. He didn't abandon his mission. Even when it was thankless, Moshe teaches us that endurance is set apart. Righteous endurance is set apart. We just need the courage to take the right step. In today's world, there are so many books about personal development and personal growth, and I believe that this concept of Netzach, endurance, persistence, perseverance, shows up in many books. I think of Atomic Habits by James Clear, in which it reminds us that small actions repeated daily over time create lasting change. Or Jeff Olson's book, The Slight Edge, which says that growth isn't necessarily dramatic, it's consistent. This reminds us about Netzach. It's actions every day that we do that end up creating a lasting impact in the future. It's waking up and praying the Modeyani, thanking Father Yahweh for returning our spirit and soul back within us. It's ensuring that we're keeping our dietary restrictions, not eating the pork, not eating the different types of shellfish such as shrimp or crab or oysters, because we know that in the long run, these actually harm our body. What we see is people yearning for the spiritualness of Yahweh's attribute of Netzach. It's the ability to show up and do the work even when no one claps, but it's also can be small, consistent changes over time. Today's focus is Chesed Shebe Netzach. Once again, that's Chesed Shebe Netzach. As we know, each day of the week carries a unique combination of qualities. Today is Chesed Shebe Netzach, which is overflowing loving kindness within endurance, perseverance, persistence, with the goal of ultimately achieving the victory. Today, we ask ourselves, are we being kind to ourselves as we're going through our different journeys? Are our simple daily tasks a reflection of Father Yahweh's overflowing loving kindness? Netzach without love leads to burnout, and Netzach with Chesed leads to beauty. Some practical examples in which we can use during the next 24 hours is that we can inject love into a routine task, whether it's making breakfast for your children with love. Sometimes it's also reframing a setback as a positive. For example, this past week, my niece moved into a new apartment. Congratulations to her. My mom and I went to help her set up a few things in her new apartment, and I was tasked with helping her set up a table. Now, the table was purchased online, and we had to read the instructions. Had to be dozens of screws and dozens of different tools we needed to use. And of course, during the process, we screwed on one of the wooden planks backwards. And so we had to unscrew it and put it on the right way. And it did cause a bit of frustration. Something that probably should have taken us an hour took us about double the time. But the beauty in that was that I was doing it with a person that I truly and deeply love and care about. I don't get to spend as much time with her because she is a mom of two and married, and she has her own life going on. And so through those 2 hours, we were able to reconnect. We were able to bond. We were able to laugh. My mom at the end said, it was just so nice seeing you and your niece, laugh and have so much joy, even though, there were a few things that people could have framed as mistakes throughout the way, and we had to go back and redo it. But the beauty in Netzach is, one, to accomplish the goal, to recognize that there might be obstacles, to correct any missteps, and to keep moving forward in joy and with love. And that is what today is all about. Chesed Shebe Netzach is about recognizing that we are on this journey, executing Father Yahweh's will here on earth, Eretz, and we are to do so with love. As a reminder, Netzach is not about being the fastest. It's not about being the strongest. It's about being faithful. Whether you're assembling furniture or raising children or recovering from a very hard season, stay in it, because every small step taken in faith is a step toward getting closer to Father Yahweh and the actualization of that goal, that dream, that task, your purpose. That's where Netzach lives. Thank you for joining me during this episode. And until next time, remember the marathon continues and keep going. Shalom.
Today is day 22 of the Omer. If you were able to say the blessing and the prayer last night, then we invite you to join us in saying both the blessing and the prayer tonight. If you weren't able to say the prayer last night, then we invite you to join us only for the prayer. Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al seferat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Father Yahweh, King and ruler of the universe, who has set us apart with his mitzvot and commanded us concerning the counting of the Omer. Today is 22 days, which is 3 weeks and 1 day of the Omer. May the merciful one restore unto us the service of the Bet HaMikdash to its place, speedily in our days. Amen. Selah. For the choir master, a song with instrumental music, a psalm. May Yahweh be favorable to us and bless us. May he make his countenance shine upon us forever. That your way be known on earth, your salvation among all nations. The nations will extol you, O Yahweh. All the nations will extol you. The nations will rejoice and sing for joy. For you will judge the peoples justly and guide the nations on earth forever. The peoples will extol you, O Yahweh. All the peoples will extol you. For the earth will have yielded its produce, and Yahweh our Almighty One will bless us. Yahweh will bless us, and all from the farthest corners of the earth shall fear him. We implore you, by the great power of your right hand, release the captive, accept the prayer of your people, strengthen us, purify us, Yasam One, Mighty One, we beseech you. Guard as the apple of the eye those who seek your oneness. Bless them, cleanse them, bestow upon them forever your merciful kadoshness. Powerful, set-apart one, in your abounding goodness, guide your congregation. Only an exalted one, turn to your people who are mindful of your kadoshness. Accept our supplication and hear our cry, you who know secret thoughts. Blessed be the name of the esteem of his kingdom, forever and ever. Master of the universe, you have commanded us through Moshe, your servant, to count Seferat HaOmer in order to purify us from our evil and uncleanness. As you have written in your Torah, you shall count for yourselves following the day of rest. From the day on which you bring the Omer as a wave offering, the counting shall be for 7 full weeks. Until the day following the 7th week shall you count 50 days, so that the souls of your people Israel may be cleansed from their defilement. Therefore, may it be your will, Yahweh our Mighty One, and the Mighty One of our scriptural forefathers, that in the merit of the Seferat HaOmer, which I counted today, the blemish that I have caused in the Sephirah, Chesed, Sheben, Netzach, be rectified, and I may be purified and set apart with supernal kadoshness. May abundant bounty thereby be bestowed upon all the worlds. May it rectify our nefesh, ruach, and neshama from every baseness and defect, and may it purify and set us apart with your supernal kadoshness. Amen. Selah.